Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for October 2024 for each life path number. This, of course, is a general forecast. If you would like your own personal numerology reading, please book some time with me. You can find my information in the description box below. Also, I want to mention that from here till the end of the year, the end of 2024, if you order a year ahead forecast in any of the readings where the year ahead forecast is included, I will throw in October, November, December of 2024, and you will also get the full year ahead for 2025. So normally it's just the 12 months ahead, but you're going to get some extra months if you book in 2024 for the year ahead forecast. The other thing I want to mention is I have opened up subscriptions to my website once more. If you're interested in getting news alerts and sort of having privy to the important information that you might miss here on YouTube or on my podcast, then I suggest just hopping on over to my website. Just give me your email address through subscribing, and I can share that information with you as things come up. I won't bombard you. I have respect for your time and your inbox, but I do have some big announcements coming in 2025, so you want to be sure you don't miss those. All right, I think that does it for the housekeeping. Let's get into the forecast. Life path number 7. So you are going to be working with the vibration of the 25-7 for October. So your own energy of the 7, but then also the 25 influencing energy. So we've got a lot of psychics sitting in the room today, I can see. This vibration is highly psychic, highly intuitive. So this can be a period where you are constantly being directed back towards yourself, to follow your inner guidance, to follow your own North Star when it comes to making decisions, when it comes to, just the way that you approach life or move towards your goals. And I would say this not just for October. This is a 7, this is a human thing that we should all kind of move towards. But for 7s, this is a lifetime of really coming back to self, following your intuition and that inner guidance, and trusting that inner guidance, right? To not lead you astray, and to not be easily influenced by the external when it comes to, who you are, what you should be doing, how you should feel, your belief systems, etc. And again, I would say that about any human, that, we're meant to follow our intuition and follow that guidance above all else. But for 7s, this is really a lifetime to, get to the core of that and to really just make that like second nature, where you take the information that's being presented to you from the external and, you honor that and take what resonates and leave the rest, so to speak, but also tie that or marry that in with your own inner guidance and your intuition to make the decisions that are best for you in each moment. And this month could really sort of bring to your attention or give you opportunities to sort of test your reflexes with following your intuition. So you might face certain experiences where it could be very easy to be influenced by the external, to be very easily influenced by the need for validation, the need for, to prove yourself, etc., and to be easily influenced by the expectations or the conditions that others sort of put on you. And, your job this month is to, see it for what it is, take the information and, disseminate what is good for you and what's not so good for you, and then come back to how you feel about it, right? And it's not about your emotions. Emotions and feelings are two different things, right? The emotions are charged energy. And usually when we make decisions off of emotions, we don't always like the results. But when we base our decisions off those inner feelings, that intuition, that soft, gentle inner knowing, I would say 100% of the time, it's more accurate than what anybody else or anything else could feed us when they tell us what to do. So for you all, again, you might be facing some experiences this month that really test that to see how much do you trust yourself? How much do you listen to your inner knowing? And how often do you override that inner knowing to sort of accommodate or satisfy the needs or the desires of others. So this could be, a great opportunity for greater self-discovery, which again is such a path of the 7 this month. Could also bring, just some deeper healing, and not necessarily like healing in the traditional sense. It's just more of that healing, the disconnect between you and yourself, and like kind of giving you opportunities to see like, oh, you know what? I can trust myself. Oh, you know what? My intuition is always right. But that inner guidance, my North Star does know best, right? Because your intuition, that North Star, is ultimately your higher self. So your higher self knows you better than anyone else on this planet could ever know you. And so I do think you'll have some opportunities for that kind of healing, and in the sense of coming back to yourself and healing whatever divide there is between you and yourself. So beautiful energy there, but again, highly, highly intuitive period. And again, what I mean by that is you could face a lot of sort of experiences or situations where it's almost like a test from the universe saying, okay, are you going to be easily influenced by the external, or are you going to follow your heart and your inner knowing and make decisions from that space? So interesting energies. I do kind of love it, though. It's right up the alley of the 7. I would say be careful of impulsivity now. Anything that you want to commit to, anything you want to say yes to, I would say don't be too quick to say yes to it. Like definitely give yourself the time and the space to feel into it and to truly feel into how you feel. Not to overthink it or to overanalyze it, because the intuition has nothing to do with the mind. So if you get up into the analytical side of yourself, then you're no longer in your intuition. So when I say feel into it, it's like go into that inner knowing and see where it's trying to lead you. Take your time before you say yes to something, and then formulate a plan and pace yourself. There's no rush. Sometimes it can feel like there needs to be a rush in life, right? We live in a society that sort of enforces that. But at the end of the day, there is no rush. And it's the rushing that usually creates the chaos and the disarray. So the more that you can pace yourself and find peace in that pacing, the more that you will get out of this month and the months and the years to follow. Deep new insights could come in for you at this time. Clarity can help you to make those decisions, right? Like you might get clarity around a situation or, a belief system or whatever. And that clarity helps to sort of confirm or sort of reconfirm what you were already feeling about the situation, right? So it then helps you to make the decisions based on that intuition, based on that inner knowing. At the end of the day, sort of the keynote energy this month for you all is really pushing you back to yourself and to trust yourself, right? So come back to yourself, trust yourself, and you will get so much out of this month. Even if you don't see the rewards right away, you will see them start to unfold in the coming months and years as you continue to follow that North Star, that intuition, that inner guidance. You could see significant changes in your relationships this month, but a lot of those changes could have to do with, you following that inner guidance and making different decisions that you might not have made before if you were trying to accommodate others too much, or if you were sacrificing yourself in a way where you were neglecting your own needs and your own desires and that intuition. I pulled an animal wisdom message for you all, and you got deer energy. And this is such beautiful energy. And there's such a peacefulness and a gentleness to this energy. It really does sort of promote healing, right? So it does bring that greater pace and that peace to a situation, right? And as we talked about, for you all, it really is healing that divide between you and yourself, ego you and your higher soul self, and kind of merging those energies and really trusting yourself. And deer is such a gentle energy to assist you in that process. And so really the message is, be gentle with yourself through this process. Give yourself space, give yourself the time and the peace to be able to make those difficult decisions. And, by following your intuition and trusting yourself through the process. Absolutely beautiful energy. I hope it's a beautiful October. Take care, sevens. Bye for now.